Hello you guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jeanette Fryer. I am the owner and maker of JeBelle Sheek. So for today's video, I thought I would do a tumbler inspired by a desert theme. You guys, I live in El Paso, Texas, and we have the most beautiful sunsets. So y'all, this is going to be my inspiration for this tumbler. So you can see this picture here. This is a picture that I took, and of course I'm gonna add my own spin to this sunset, just kind of make it a little moody, you know, a little moody vibe, things like that. But y'all, I just love watching the sunsets in El Paso, Texas. So you guys, please stick around for this tumbler tutorial. It is going to be fun. I'm going to use a lot of different colors, and of course, you know I love glitter. I will be using a lot of different blends of glitter to get that perfect ombre in order to create this perfect sunset. So you guys, I really hope you enjoy this tutorial. So once again, makers, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing. And if you love this video and enjoy this type of content, don't forget to click that thumbs up. It really helps my channel out, you guys. So once again, I think that is enough for me. I can go on rambling about the glitters gonna be using and things like that, but you just have to stick around and see the entire process. So you guys, so let's get into creating this beautiful sunset tumbler. Let's go. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and get this project started. I am starting with a fully prepped and sanded tumbler. This is a 20 ounce from the stainless steel depot. It is a 20 ounce straight, so no taper to this tumbler at all. To save time, I went ahead and just did a spray paint ombre using a purple, orange, and yellow by Rustoleum. These are the colors that we'll be using to create our desert tumbler. And you guys, everything is nice and dry, so it's just some regular Rustoleum colors, purple, orange, and yellow. So that's all you would need. So let's get into the glitter colors. You guys, once again, I am still undecided about glitter colors that I wanted to use, so I just picked a lot of different colors that I thought would match this really well. So we have a purple. This is by Collabs Crafts. It's called Purple Rainbow. I am not sure where I got this purple from, but excuse me, it is just to add some different contrast to the purple. This is a blood orange kind of color. This is by Itsy Bitsy Crafts called Imperial Dance. Yellow Brick Road by Southern Girl Glitter. And also this is a pink called Dreamhouse by the Glitter Guy. So these are the colors. For the blood orange, I didn't know what I wanted to use. I kind of wanted a orange that had a more of a red tone to it. So I mixed a red. It's like a reddish. It's Vermillion by Glitter Designs by 2. And a little of this Tiger Orange by Dottie Mae's Glitter. And I just mixed that just in case I want to use that instead of this. So you guys, just don't be afraid to mix your own colors if you don't have a color that you think that is going to go with your vision per se. Alright, so for this method, we are going to be doing the epoxy method. I'm going to go ahead and mix that off camera. Alright you guys, so off camera I went ahead and applied a thin layer of epoxy. I did apply just a little bit more than I normally do since we are going to be layering a lot of glitter colors. So we're going to go in with a purple. And this is by Collabs Crafts. And then we're just going to do a light sprinkle. We're just getting our colors down for right now. And then we will start blending and all of that good stuff. Alright, next we're going to go in with this pink by the Glitter Guy. And just start applying that directly under the purple. All right, next we're gonna go in with this blood orange mixture that I mixed. I decided to use that instead of the tiger orange that I originally said I was going to use. So, no, instead of the Imperial Dance. It's getting mixed up, you guys. So we're just gonna apply this directly under the pink. All right, next we're gonna go in with Yellow Brick Road by Southern Girl Glitter. Apply this at the bottom. All right, you guys, so I did want to point out when I am adding my glitter colors, I am using my hairspray just to make sure everything is, you know, still been able to apply like I want it. So next we are going to go in with this light purple just to add some contrast under this purple. And of course, I'm just going to spray my cup lightly. And what I did, just spray along this area just to add just a little bit here just to give it some contrast. And of course, now we are doing our blending. All right, next we are going to go back in with this pink and just blend some of that back into the purple. We're gonna go back in with our orange mixture. And just keep blending. Trying to make sure I'm staying in frame for you guys. It's sort of hard when I'm trying to tilt the tumbler, so bear with me. Hope y'all can see how it's starting to blend now. All right, next we are going in with our yellow and blend that harsh line that we did with this orange. Just blend everything out. You guys, we are not done yet. But what I'm going to do, since I got so many colors and I want to see how they're blending, I'm just going to take some parchment paper and just roll my tumbler in it and just see how everything is blending so far. And as you can see, we got the different shades of purple, the pink, the orange, and the yellow. However, I'm going to work on this area a little more with the purple. All right, so I have some more purple in my shaker. I'm just gonna add some more here because it did lift when I had the transfer, when I put on the tumbler, when I rolled it. Can't even talk, you guys. All right, so I think I want to kind of blend the orange a little bit more up here and kind of take the yellow a little higher. So let's do that. All right, so I have some more orange in my shaker. I'm just gonna blend that a little bit more into the purple. I mean the pink, just a tad. And you notice with my shaker, I'm just lightly tapping my finger so it just falls down. So now we have some more of the yellow. I want to just extend this a little bit more. That's why I made the orange go higher. So I've already sprayed my cup, so let's do that. Y'all forgive me if I get out of frame a little bit. It's just hard to kind of tilt. Perfect. All right, you guys, I wanted to make my desert sky a little moody, so I'm just going to add just a little black. This is black hologram by Glitter Designs by 2, and just add a little black at the top of this purple. All right, you guys, I can play with this tumbler all day long, but I wanted to get some dimension to the sky. So I have some Coachella by PDB, and y'all, this is like my favorite little touch. I've already sprayed my tumbler, so I'm just gonna add some little specks of this up here towards the top part, just to make it look a little magical. Don't overpower it, just a little bit. So it just almost looks like there's little stars in the sky. All right, you guys, now that we have all our glitters laid down, we are just going to roll our tumbler in some parchment paper, just to make sure everything is nice and smooth, since we did do a lot of layering. Y'all, look at that blend. Look at that blend. Oh my God. Can y'all see that? Look at that blend going on. All right, you guys, so since I did use the epoxy method, I am just going to pull the tape after I roll it a couple more times off camera, and then I am just going to let this dry for a couple hours. Before I do 2 thin layers of epoxy, I am going to seal it with 2x matte clear by Rustoleum, and also apply a hefty coat of glitter glue just to make sure everything is nice and smooth. And then I'm going to apply my 2 coats of epoxy. So you guys, once again, if you're not using glitter glue by Crystal Light before you apply your epoxy, you are definitely missed out. This stuff has really like changed the game for me because it makes my tumblers so smooth before I apply my epoxy layers. So you guys definitely pick some of this up. Again, this is glitter glue by Crystal Light. Y'all, it definitely changes the game. So use this before you apply your 2 coats of epoxy, your rough glitter layer, and it will make life so much easier. So here we are, back with our smooth tumbler after adding a hefty coat of epoxy. And like I said, if you're using the glitter glue, you want to do much sanding because everything is going to be nice and smooth. And y'all look at the ombre we have going on. So I did go ahead and clean the inside and the bottom as well. I think I am going to, and no sanding was needed at all, so I just made sure everything was nice and smooth. I just had a couple specks here, but I just kind of flicked those off with my fingers. So let's get into the decal. So you guys, this is the desert theme that I'm going for this tumbler. I did get this pattern from Etsy. In Design Space, I just measured the width, the circumference of my tumbler, and it was around almost at 11 inches all the way around. So we're just gonna see how that would work. And y'all, I thought I would add this really fun decal. It's like a kind of desert thing with some cactus patterns in it and a really burst sun pattern. I don't know if you can see it from here, but I printed this on some tech wrap holographic vinyl with some hues of pink, orange. It's just really, really pretty, and I thought I would add that as well. Of course, I'm gonna add some stars. And this black sun right here, I'm just going to take that out and replace it here. And then, of course, we're going to add some little flying birds, going into the sunset. So, you guys, let's get started. So, to save time, I went ahead and printed, cut, and weeded my decal. So, I am just going to find a starting point. And, of course, here, I'm not going to go all the way down to the bottom. You're going to see what we're going to do later just to close that gap in. But I am just going to trying to get as close as I can. So I'm going to turn it this way so I can see what I'm doing. I'm going to get as close as I can. And this is a non-tapered tumbler, so it should work out. So maybe I can. Let me see. I just don't want it to be like folding over and I have like problems with it closing the gap in. All right, so as you're going, you just want to make sure everything is laying nicely. So pressing it along just to make sure. And of course, if you have OCD like me, it's going to kick in and you're going to think everything is not straight. But let's just keep going around. And then, of course, when we get here, I think it's just going to end very, very nicely. So I may just clip off just a little bit. So let's press it around before we take it off. Just make sure everything is nice and flat as we can get it. Okay, so now I'm gonna just remove this part from the transfer sheet. Just take your time, just make sure you get everything laying down. Alright you guys, so here I am just still peeling back the transfer paper. These little spriggly little grasses are giving me issues. They don't want to release because they're so thin, but like I said, just take your time. I'm going to cut this off so I can see what I'm doing here. I got a little reverse action going on here. Alright, so I'm just going to connect these two pieces. Kind of make sure they kind of blend in together. And just smooth out everything else. Alright you guys, you see how that's looking? Alright, so I'm going to show you what I'm going to do to, of course, clean up this bottom. And you just want to give everything a quick look over just to make sure you don't have any bubbles. And if you have something that's, you know, that you can lift, just lift it up. But you want everything to be kind of as smooth as you can get it. So I'm just going to go towards the bottom and just smooth out all these wrinkles with my craft tool here. Alrighty, okay, so now we have our sun that we're going to replace, and I didn't want it black, so I'm just going to replace that with a holographic kind of sunburst, sun vibe, and we're just going to position that like right here. Okay, so now I'm going to take some of these birds that I cut out and I'm going to position them like in the sun so they almost look like they're flying, you know, off into the sunset. I think I'm going to add one more small one. So kind of add one more small one going here. That looks good. Alrighty. Alright, so now I kind of want my main element to kind of be, the sun to be below it a little bit. Let me see where I want to put it. I kind of want the main element to be right here. Alright, so I went ahead and cut and weeded this as well. So we're just going to place that kind of directed in the center. Okay. I'm just going to lift it up to eye level, just try to make sure I got it somewhat centered. And we're just going to press it down. And the reason why I put this sun here, because I wanted to pull some of this holographic elements down into the desert landscape. Alright, so we're just going to pull that back. Y'all, it's so pretty. Alright, so next we're going to take some of those stars that I cut out. And then we're just going to position, you know, just randomly place them here and there. No rhyme or reason, just randomly place them around the cup. Maybe I'm going to just place a little down here. All right, I think that is enough for now. All right, so now we're gonna get ready to clean up this bottom edge where we have some of the yellow glitter showing through. All right, next you guys, I am going to just take my tumbler and tape it off because I want to show you how I'm just gonna fix this bottom edge. And you want to just get up as close as possible to the glitter so you don't have, so when you do this step, you don't have any of this yellow glitter showing. So I have these Posca paint pens. I'm going to be using the white and the black. So for the black, I'm just going to kind of lightly cover the bottom edge while we have that yellow showing through. And y'all, these are like, they come out so like fluid, like really fast. So all I did was like kind of put some on a, like trying to get the marker going. and all of this ink came out, so I'm not going to waste it. So I'm just going to get a little bit on a brush, and I'm just going to lightly cover in this section. So that way you won't be able to even tell what was going on down here. And these paint pens are really pigmented, so it doesn't take a lot. Like, I wish I can just squeeze all of this back into the marker. So it just takes a little bit. And you want to let this fully dry before you remove the tape. All right, so next I am going to go in with my white marker, and this is a fine tip, and I'm just going to try to get it going just a little bit. So I'm just going to add like little specks of white in the sky, just to kind of simulate some little stars here and there. So I'm going to speed this up so you guys can see the entire process. Oh, you don't want to go overboard with the paint because you just want to not look, you want it to look almost magical. However, I did want to show you what I did do. So down here where you see the cactus things, I just went in with just some random dots here and there just to simulate, you know, some spikes on the cactus. Just some random dots, just really tiny. Just here and there. And I think that just pulls everything together. Random dots here and there, trying to just keep it almost on each side, just kind of look like it's almost shaded a little bit. Y'all, now I just think it just pulls this whole tumbler together. Alright, you guys, so I think we're done with all of our decals. Everything is looking nice and pretty. So I'm going to show you what we did with the tape. So I'm just going to pull it, and as you see, I do have some bleeding. So what I am just going to do is just take a baby wipe with just a little acetone on it, or maybe alcohol will be enough. So I'm just going to clean up those edges. You want everything to be nice and pristine. All right. Our edges are looking nice and clean, and everything is looking nice and magical. So since I have a whole lot of little pieces going on, I am going to seal this with 2 times matte clear by Rustoleum. and then go in with a thin coat of Quick Coat by CC DIY just to make sure everything is nice and good. And then I am going to go in and apply 2 thin coats of epoxy. And yeah, we'll be on to finishing up our desert tumbler.
So that I could spray seal all of this green in, and then we can move on to working with our orange.
You guys, welcome back. She is done. She is done. Oh my God. You guys, I know you saw me use the process. I did use a lot of glitter colors, but you know what? In the end, I really just think that just adds to the entire, the entire tumbler process, and just add that dimension and depth that I definitely enjoy creating. You guys, look at that decal. Look at that decal. Like I said in many of my videos, I am definitely into the boho kind of thing right now. I think everyone is. It is definitely like a trending thing going around. So I just really enjoyed creating this tumbler. And like I said, this text wrap vinyl, it was very easy to weed, and I really love that. So consider picking some of that up. And for the cactus elements, y'all, when I added those little paint spots here, oh my God, I just fell in love with it. I just want to add little paint dots to everything that I create from now on. And y'all, that sun with the birds flying through it, it's just so magical. And of course, adding the Coachella from PDB, and of course, adding these little stars just make everything just so pretty and just blend very well. So you guys, I am just so in love with this tumbler, and I hope that you are too. It was very fun to create. So like I said many times before, don't be afraid to, add color, use different types of blends of glitters, use different types of cuts and things like that, because in the end, you're gonna love it. You can't mess it up. You can't mess it up. Just keep blending, and like I said, just have fun with it. Just have fun with it. And one of my things that I really love about this tumbler is like the little sun, peeping through the little cactus elements here. I don't know, that's just so magical. It's just really magical. And it's totally my vibe. Like I said, I do live in El Paso, Texas, and y'all, we don't have many trees here. So the sunsets are definitely my thing to see, at the end of my day. And, it just brings so much joy to me. So I really just hope that you enjoy this tumbler. It just turned out really pretty. So I will be listing this in my Etsy shop and my online shop as well. So it's something, if I don't get it up in time enough, it's something you want to purchase, just send me a message and I will definitely be glad to help out. And also, if you have any questions pertaining to how I created this tumbler, please do not hesitate to leave those questions in the comments below, and I would definitely get back to you. I really enjoy, hearing you guys' comments and your questions. It just brightens my day, to help you guys out in your tumbler journey as well. So it's just something I really love to do, you guys. She is a beauty. She is beautiful. You guys, I did not forget about the quote for today's video. So the quote for today's video is, life is not about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. And that was said by Lolly Decal. So you guys, I think that really resonates for a lot of us. We're, this little cliche term about, I have to find myself. I have to find myself. I have to find myself. But I urge you, just not try to be so focused on that. Try to create yourself in the process. Just find things that make you happy, and most of all, surround yourself around people that make you happy as well. This quote is definitely inspiring for me, and I hope that it is definitely inspiring for you as well. So once again, makers, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing. If you have not clicked that notification bell, please click that bell as well so you won't miss out on any of my future content. And also, if you enjoyed this video, please click that thumbs up bell. It really helps my channel out. So you guys, once again, I urge you to continue creating. Until the next video, stay blessed.
Once again, makers, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you on board. Also, I have created a new Facebook group in which we all gain inspiration from others. It is a safe space to create and share. The link to the group is listed below. Until next time, stay blessed and continue creating.